So we're going to finally make the video you've all been waiting for. Hey guys, welcome to the homestead. So a lot of you guys have been asking, hey, whatever happened to the banana plants? You planted those banana plants. What happened to them? Did they survive the winter? No, they did not. They did not survive the winter. And, it's like with any experiment. Sometimes they do great, sometimes they don't. And this one just failed miserably. So what we're going to do instead is put in some different type of landscaping. I kind of like that whole idea of that tropical looking plant, the banana trees. And we're not going to be able to do that, but we're going to try to do something else kind of similar. Now, if you guys remember in that video, I posted, the reason I tried this in Northwest Arkansas was because I had seen videos of people getting this to work in Canada, growing banana plants in Canada. Well, it's not exactly the same. We're technically in the South, the southern part of the United States of America. The issue is that Canada, Vancouver, Canada, actually has a better growing climate, a warmer growing climate, more like southern Mississippi, which is even warmer than what we are here. They can make it work. We're a little bit too far north. We had a number of days where we were looking at, I don't know, -2 degrees, at night. And so they just did not survive. They didn't even, make the whole winter. So about the end towards winter, the plants, all of the cartons fell over, all the insulation fell over, and they were ruined. So it didn't work. Let's show you what we're going to do now. I decided to go ahead and get some of these elephant ears, and I planted these elephant ears early this spring, and they're coming up, and what I want to do is some landscaping around them. So this is going to take the place of where the banana plants were before. You notice that Tim went ahead and installed some really cool skirting, an idea that Jamie found on Pinterest around, and we keep our lawnmower and stuff in there, and so it goes all around the entire house, pretty neat. So it'll look good with some landscaping out here with some nice plants. I've got one planted here doing really well. I have another one coming up, as you can see that right there, and there's right there. And so we're gonna get these kind of mulched in. We're gonna not do this side today, we're gonna do this side over here. And so I've got some cardboard, I got some empty feed sacks and some chicken manure and a whole bunch of rocks in the back of the pickup. And we're gonna kind of lay this out and then put some brown mulch on top. And the big issue is we're going to try to get this to where the chickens can't destroy it, because they come and they scratch over everything. So we'll walk you through how we're going to do this. What I've done here is I put a little bit of our garden super juice on these plants. It'll make them really jumpstart the growth, along with the composted chicken manure that we have here. So really a great way to get these plants jump started. If you want more information in our garden super juice, I'll post a link down below or in the cards above. Now what this is going to do is keep all of the grass and weeds and stuff like that from coming up from under where we're going to be putting all of our compost and our mulch. So it just keeps the weeds down and just allows these plants to grow unencumbered. So now that we've got this thing surrounded by the rocks, we're going to go ahead and put sawdust or really wood chips on top of this, and then some mulch on top of that. And then we're going to put a screen over the top of all this to keep over all the top of the mulch to keep the chickens from rooting in it and digging in it. And then we'll put another layer of rocks over that. The screen will extend out to the rocks, and then another layer of rocks will cover the screen to prevent the chickens from moving that screen. So when you have chickens, they're always going to dig, especially in mulch. They love that because that's where bugs are. And so if you want to keep your landscaping, you got to keep some screens. So I have some dark screen that we're going to put over the top of that to kind of keep it in place. We get all these wood chips from a handle factory not too far from the house. And we pick this up for about $10 for a truckload. They'll even load it for you. That's why you got to pay the $10. If you load it yourself, it's free. But it's all hickory wood chips. So there, that's done. Now we gotta do is go ahead and cut out our wire and place it around without covering the plants, obviously. And then we will put up our second layer of rocks to hold that down. And I have some stakes if I need to stake down that wire in a few places, but I think the rocks will probably do a great job. Okay, so I've got all the fencing down. Now I'm going to do is stake it down in a few places, and we'll cover it with a little bit more mulch, and should be good to go. Then we'll put our rocks around the edges. Well, there you go, some of our outside landscaping projects. You know, we've been on this homestead now for 5 years, and we're just now getting around to beautifying the place in different ways. You know, when you first start a homestead and you have nothing to start with and you just begin with bare land, infrastructure is always the thing you do first and put the most effort in. So now that we've got a lot of infrastructure done, we can begin to kind of do some more landscaping and beautification projects around the homestead so that you enjoy the serenity of it all, I guess you could say. So anyway, there you go. Quick landscaping project we did. I gotta do the other side. I'll probably have to go to get some more mulch before I can begin that. But we'll get that side done. I'm gonna let those plants over there grow up a little bit before I begin. These were a little bit bigger, so I started on this side. So anyway, the banana plants didn't work out. I wish the banana plants would have worked out. They're very pretty plants, but it would have been a whole lot more work to have to insulate those every single year before winter. So these will come back. They'll grow back every single year here. They grow fine here, no problem. So kind of gives the same feel, that tropical look and feel, but without the headache of insulating it every winter. All right, guys. So there you go. See you next time on the homestead. It's hot. I'm going to the creek.